Hi there, I just finished the qualification round here for the Winter Major, and I'm going to be putting out my shots here for between two different accounts just to show you how I played the shots, and probably going to be using these shots for the most part for the opening rounds and into the finals hopefully. Just got to tweak a few shots here, but I'm getting pretty close, so let's get started. Alright, here we go. This is hole number 1, a par 4, 481 yards in total. And what do we do here? We play this along the left hand side, and we're going to go with full top, full left spin. This one here is played at an elevation of 10%, plus 10%. And we can use the cheap ball here, a power 1 ball. Use the Quasar for its left spin. We're going to need all the left spin here. And you couldn't get away with the tightening stuff, but why use a power 3 ball? I try to save those things. So go with a power 1 here. And we're just shooting a regular shot, no overpower needed. So you can take note of your yardage if you want. This way, when it comes to your second shot and your opening round and stuff like that, you know if it's going to be medium distance, maximum distance, minimum distance. So there's shot number 1. Okay, here's shot number 2. I got this shot to work about 3 times in a row here. This particular shot we played at minus 20% elevation as it's uphill. And I found the best club I had that worked the best was my backbone. I believe this was somewhere around medium distance. So what I settled for. I went with about 2.5 back. I tried the Grizzly here. It didn't work very well for me. I don't know why. There is a glitch type here, and it likes to extend out sometimes, so you don't really want to be in the glitch where the ball guide extends out. You'll see it when you're moving it around. I found it to be more glitchy with the Grizzly, so if you hit that glitch, it'll just pick up pace, almost like a fairway glitch where the ball takes off. So anyways, 2.5 back here, minus 20%. Line it right up with the hole. And if you look at the tip of my ball guide, you can see how far it is away from the flag. And if you want to go with that, see, you can see how the ball guide, when I'm moving it back and forth, you can see the ball guide extend out. So you want to kind of find that happy spot. Lines up nicely with the flag here, and you can see how far away I am, about a square or 2. That's why I like to bring it in close, make sure I'm lined right up with the flag. You do that, you hit perfect, you pretty much get yourself an eagle every time. So there's hole 1. We'll take you to hole 2. Alright, this is hole 2. This is a par 3. It's 139 yards. And this we played at 20% elevation, plus 20% as it plays downhill. And we're going to go with a rough bump here as well. Also tried the Goliath here and Grizzly, didn't really like them. Went with a backbone. We're going to go full right, just a hair of backspin, like 0.2. And you can see where the ball guide is. We're trying to line it up with the left side of the flag. As we got tailwind, the tailwind's going to kind of carry the ball a little bit. It'll kind of straighten itself out. Because you can kind of see the ball guide. It's going to the left a little bit. And it's just to the left, to the left of the cup. And you can see how we put the target on the rough patch here. So once again, it's 20% maximum distance here. With a katana, you could probably use a Kingmaker here with the same side spin. You want a side spin 3 ball. And aim left of the stick, inside the cup, guide just before the cup, short of the hole, left of the flag. That's basically all you need to know. That's hole number 2. Catch you on 3. Alright, welcome back. This is hole number 3. This is a hole that I'm still kind of working on. I did a power hook or a power slice shot on one of my accounts there earlier. I'll see if I can find you the video for that. I actually don't mind that shot, but you need a APOC. At least an APOC 3, I would say, for the curl, because it has about 92 or 96 curl on it. So an APOC 3 would work the best, but if you don't have an APOC 3, then you're pretty much going to have to go with an overpower shot like I did here. So here I went with a Titan. Full top, full right. We're just trying to cut this corner here. I don't think I did a very good job of it. We played this at plus 10% elevation. Basically, I'm trying to figure out if we can actually make that jump over top of the rough or hit the rough and roll out. Actually, hitting the rough is not a good idea because it really slows down the ball for your second shot. And you want to get it down as far as you can, especially on this hole. It's a really long par 5. It's 573 yards in total. So you can see we clipped the rough and it really slowed it down. So next time my starting point is going to be more to the left of that rough. I might even want to give it some curl to the left just to keep it away from that rough and have it hopefully roll down the hill a bit. So that's shot 1. After this hole, I'll see if I can find you that power shot I had used. Again, I couldn't use that power shot for this particular hole because I don't have an APOC with this here. So with this particular shot, you want to use a club that has a lot of top spin. Trying to figure out which side is the best. They're both kind of rotten at this point. You know, so you want to go full top, 1 or 2 to the right. Again, we hit that rough patch off the initial shot, so it doesn't help us out much here. Now that I'm kind of thinking this particular shot, I played the best I could. I even went full overpower on this, full curl on this. So next time I might play the right hand side option on this particular hole, as that's pretty much the best you can do. Go full top, full right, and you end out into the rough for an eagle chip. But we may have made our eagle chip. Let's take a look at that. Also, a thing I like to mention, the Kingmaker would help a little bit for the second shot because it's got more side spin, but it ain't going to make much difference really. So yeah, we did, we're going with the, we're trying to find out where we're at here. I believe we're somewhere between mid and minimum. It's pretty much how I played this one. I don't believe I played any elevation. If I did, it was minus 5%. Basically, you can see there's a lot of bad rolls on this green here, so you want to have the guide fairly close to the hole when you take this shot. And we hit perfect. And we got lucky and salvaged the eagle. But like again, this is a pretty hard hole. With your drive is very important. Make sure you don't hit that rough patch here. You want to gain at least another 20 yards or so. Help yourself out with that shot. But it's still makeable. So let's look for the power shot here. Alright, we're back. I did find that power shot here where I used. Wasn't quite as successful as I figured. The reason being I used too much topspin. So let's take a look at it. If you have an APOC 3 here, because it's got a lot of curl, so it's going to help you out here. So if you have that in your bag, you might want to use this option. What I did is I just lined up my target to where I figured it was going to hit. Basically the right hand side of the target here is where I figured it's going to land with the wind. Then I adjusted 14 rings over. And then I went full top, full right with my ball. So if you want to see where I leave my target there, and then you're going to go full curl, full overpower. Now you can see what happens here. The only thing I can see what I did wrong here is I had too much topspin, because it misses everything all together, hits and bounces right into the rough. So if you want to fix that shot, just go with maybe half the topspin like I went there. Otherwise, I think it's a good viable option. Could set you up nice, way closer for the opportunity for an eagle here. So that's one way around it. It's by, like I mentioned, just go about 2, 3, 4 bars topspin here. You don't want to go as much as I went here, because you can see what happened. Basically what I thought, like this was my initial shot, I was kind of hoping it would hit the rough, and then I'd roll out of the rough, and I thought by going full topspin I'd be fine. But no, it kind of clears the rough altogether. Of course, if you wanted to hit the rough, you'd probably move it another ring or two more to the left, but it's either that or cut back on the topspin. One of the two. But it's definitely a shot you can tweak there. So that's hole number 3. Good luck with it. We'll catch you on hole 4. All right, we're back for hole 4. I believe I got this shot down pat now. It took a few tries, but I kind of like the way I got this set up now. So let's take a look. This here shot, I chose to go with a navigator. Navigator works the best. Backbone works the best for me. And I go with full right spin, 2 backspin. And now watch the bounce on the green. There's a dark square there, and we're trying to hit the left-hand side of it. So this is important that you get that dark square lined up, and you got the bounce right on the left-hand side of it. So it's set up there nicely. And the way I played this is it looks like it's an uphill shot, but I tried pretty much every percentage I could get, and the best percentage I got is plus 25%. So it's like playing it like 20 way downhill. It's like playing it like a big downhill shot, but it's not. And that's what throws everybody off. I basically had to find the right percentage, and I had to find the right side spin on here. So like I mentioned, 2 back, full right with a navigator. And make sure that bounce is touching the line on that dark square. Pretty much about halfway into the dark square, and like, you know what I mean by in, like not the top corner of it, not the bottom corner, about halfway, and touching the left-hand side of that square. And basically, like I said, play this 25% max, and I'm pretty sure you'll get it in, or very close to it. So that is hole 4. I hope you get it there. Good luck with it, and we'll catch you on hole 5. All right, we're back for hole 5. This here is a par 4. It's 467 yards, and we're going to play this along the right-hand side. And we're going to go with this particular shot. I'm actually still working on it, and I'm kind of frustrated with this shot, as I tried everything on the second shot and it's not working. So I'll show you what I was doing here. Gonna go with the quarterback. Seeing I got a low level quarterback here, I chose to go with 1 top spin. If you got a higher quarterback, You don't necessarily, like a quarterback 10 or something, you don't have to go with a one top spin. So this particular shot we played with the red touching. I don't believe we played any elevation change here. We could have played plus 10, but I don't believe we played any. And you can see what we give it for curl. Now the second particular shot. This here second shot I keep missing no matter what I do. It keeps going to the right. This is played at 0% elevation. Like if you played it at 10% elevation, it'd be even worse. So we played it at 0%. I suppose we could play it at minus 10%. I never thought of that. Because I tried everything but. I tried 0%, plus 10%. I tried putting right spin on it. I tried putting no spin on it. And it keeps going to the right all the time. So I even tried seeing where adjusting downhill. I even tried shoving up about a half a ring towards the flag. That didn't work either. So if I tend to do this shot again, next time I am going to play it at minus 10% now that I thought of it. So if you want to try that shot, give it a shot as well at minus 10%. See if you got any luck with it. But like I said, it keeps drifting to the right on me. Either that or I'm going to try a different option. I'm going to give it top spin off the drive. I'll see if I got the video for that one. And see if I can use a long iron or something on that particular shot. But I will indeed keep you updated on that. I'll have a revision out for this hole in case I figure it out. But it still leaves you with an easy birdie putt there. So good luck with that hole. All right, we're back for hole 6. This is a par 5, 522 yards. This here, I believe we're going to go with overpower. We're going to use the extra mile. You're going to use a power 3 ball. Of course, if you use power 4 or power 5s, you're not going to have to overpower it probably. But this is rookie, so I always tend to use the cheaper ball. I do use the odd power 5 every once in a while, but I really try to save it. So what I'm trying to do is figure out how much overpower I need here. So basically I'm putting the yellow about halfway into the sand trap there. And I chose to go with full curl here and bottom of ball about middle of the adjustment target. Of course, if you go with the Kingmaker here, you can put more right spin on it as well, which might help. But you can see we're basically going to be doing a rough bump out of there. If you give it too much full overpower here, there's a tendency to miss the rough altogether, hit the fairway, and roll into the rough on the other side, which you don't really want. So you want to have just enough overpower and just enough topspin. So full top, full right. I find full curl works the best here. The yellow about halfway into the sand trap, like I mentioned. And you can see bottom of ball, middle of the adjustment target. Full curl. Hit perfect. Great right here. It'd probably be fine as well. You can see where it hits there. And there you go. Leaves you quite nice here for a second shot. Let's see how we played that. All right, here's the second shot. I believe this is played at minus 10%. There is a bounce you could go over top of the rough here, but you need at least 4 top spin. I like to do this though. The only problem is I don't think this Sniper 7 puts out 170 yards. You want to have a club that puts you over 170. I notice even a 170 yard club here, you're going to have to do a slight bit of overpower, which is no good. So the best option for you here is probably to bring your big dog and go with about 4 backspin on it, on your big dog. And I would go full left spin on your big dog as well. Do that for a starting point. You can see we great balled it here to the right. Still leaves you with a very easy eagle putt there. So if you don't want to overpower your shot, my suggestion is to take a big dog for that particular shot. And that one I'd play at minus 10%. So that's hole 6. See you on hole 7. Another thing I forgot to mention, I tried the rough bump there, but it's really, really glitchy. So I would not advise doing the rough bump there for that particular shot. So here is hole 7. And hole 7 is, let's take a quick look here, a par 4. It's 430 yards. This one here, we go with a quarterback. Nice safe shot, full backspin. And plus 20% for this first shot. And you want that bounce to be the middle of the fairway. You can see it's roughly close to the middle of the fairway. And when we do our adjustment here, we adjust it at mid-distance. So it's plus 20%, mid-distance, 4 back, center of fairway. And that's how we do the initial first shot. And we're going with a power 1 ball here. We're going to go with a navigator to help us on the second shot, so we don't have to worry about the adjustment for the wind quite so bad. I'm not sure I made an albatross yet with this one, so it's basically still actually not albatross, eagle. This is the eagle opportunity. This is a par 4. So, and here is our eagle shot. It's a rough bump, played at plus 25%. I got my notes to aim right side of pin because you can see it goes from right to left here. So we're kind of favoring the right hand side here. It's just going to take a fine tweak here to basically get this right. So you can see where the ball guide is basically in the right hand side of the flag. We're playing this at plus 25%. I don't believe we give it any spin whatsoever. And we great balled it to the right. So that's not going to help out much. But like I said, it's a work in progress, and what I would do is favor the right hand side of the flag just a little bit. And good luck with that. Still got yourself an easy birdie putt there, but I hope you can get the eagle. Good luck with it. See you on hole 8. All right, this is hole 8. We're going to go with a rough bump here. This is a risky shot because we're playing with a navigator, but if you make it, this is going to help you gain a stroke on the rest of the field. Now, I did manage to get a hole-in-one in this particular shot, but not with this particular video I'm showing you, but I know it works. So let's show you what I do. This one here, we're going to go with a Goliath rough bump. And what I did here is I went with a Quasar, but I found the navigator works the best. The navigator will help cut down the wind, plus it gives you the exact amount of side spin you want to put on this ball. This ball you want 6.5 top spin, and you actually want full left spin with a navigator. So that's like 2.25, 2.5 with a navigator. So you want full left spin with a navigator, and you want 6.5 top spin. This is what showed me basically that I needed a navigator with this shot. So we played this at plus 10% maximum distance. And basically what you want to do is look at that tip of the ball, guys, see where it is, and always look at that. Next time you take the shot, place it in the exact same spot, and you pretty much get, if you hit perfect, you get yourself a hole-in-one every time. So this is 6.5 top, and I could see I was just slightly drifting to the left, And actually I was more towards 6 1/4 top on this. So it was just slightly short, I could tell. And it was just slightly to the left, I could tell. So I wanted to make sure the next time I played this hole, I wanted to give it at least 6 1/2 top. See, it's about 6, it's not quite 6 1/2 here. So I know I wanted to get it to 6 1/2. Well, actually, let's see what it actually is here. Yeah, it's not quite 6 1/2 top. And I think we went 3 left spin on here. So you want to have a navigator here. You can watch the tip of that ball guide. It's actually going to look like it's going to the left of the hole just a bit. So basically where you want it set up. And like I said, 10% max. Use a navigator. Go 6 1/2 top. 2.5 left. You get yourself a hole-in-one with this shot. But if you don't want to hit that, put it on the fairway to the right of that. Go with a nice safe shot. I haven't figured out the backspin or side spin with that one yet, but not sure I will because I like this shot, even though it's risky. You have to take a risk in the tournament if you want to be successful. So here's hole 8. Good luck with that. We'll catch you on the last one. Alright, this is the final hole, hole number 9. I'm not sure how we played this one. This is a par 5. It's 516 yards. Let's take a look. I believe we're going to go with the... actually, we are. We're going to have to overpower this shot, so that's why I went with the Kingmaker. And the right spin will help us off the overpower here as well. So we're trying to line this up so that you can see the direction of the wind. And you can see the ball guide. Just when the ball guide disappears as we pull it to the right, that's basically my setup point. And it's full overpower, full curl with the Kingmaker. This is played at 10% elevation in case you're wondering. Give us a nice bounce right down here. 390 yards. Let's get set up for the second shot. Here's a look at the second shot. What do we have here? We played this at, I played this at 0%. Some people are playing it at plus 10. I'd like to play it at 0. Again, this is a 166 yard club, I believe. 170 would be a little bit better. We're trying to get this top spin. One thing I noticed, don't give it too much top spin here, because you can see there's a severe downhill right after the cup. There's a severe downhill. And I actually hit that a few times and it'll just roll it right down into the rough. So it's actually better to be shorter here than too long. One problem here is we had it too far out to the maximum distance. So when we did our adjustment, we adjusted into max. So that after that, it told me I had to do a little bit of overpower. As you can see, we're moving away from the needle a bit. So we did play this at 0. Came in fairly nice. And you can see the severe downhill after that. So you got to be very careful. Still, it leaves you with a very easy eagle putt. So good luck with this tournament. I hope you get some golds with it. This is a major tournament, so it's important to do well, as it brings in twice as many clan points, and it's always nice to get a medal in the major. So best of luck, and thanks very much for watching. Take care. Catch you in the next one.